Hey guys, so I was out on vacation with the family last week and I still brought my laptop with me, so I was attempting to do some trading, but I was a little bit distracted from the markets and not as focused as I normally would be. That being said, on Monday, the 6th of last week, there was a trade setup that I tried to place. I missed it by about 2 minutes because I was sitting in a drive-through picking up breakfast. Tried to submit it with my phone, but was unable to get filled and just missed it by a hair. Then on Tuesday, the first trade that was attempted, there was an internet connection issue that prevented me from submitting it, but I thankfully was later that day able to catch another trade that turned out to be a winner. And then there was no trading until Friday when we caught a loss at the end of the day. So even though the week as a whole was negative about $20 to $18 an account, I am happy with the trades that I attempted to take, even though I wasn't able to actually get those filled and executed. So overall, I view it as a positive week with an unfortunate outcome. And now moving over to the simulated trades I'm tracking. I did not have a single trade get filled last week. However, on Monday, I was keeping an eye on the Russell, but nothing came close to filling for me. Then on Tuesday, I was aggressively trying to sell the NASDAQ on Tuesday. However, I was not able to get a single trade executed. So Tuesday, the NASDAQ, this first area up here is one that I tried to short when it popped up like this and then shot back down. I canceled my entry, seeing that it did come down to an area where I would have taken break even had I gotten filled. It then goes on, tags it, and goes on to target. So this setup here is one that I have to think about when I do my break even calculations. If I'm not going to allow myself to use break evens, then that would have been another one that would have added to the win statistic. However, these follow-up levels then here and here were trades that price just did not fill me on, so I did not execute them. This last one, it would have filled. However, when it broke down to here, it had just come into an area where I saw as potential buyers stepping in, so I wanted to back off and I canceled my entry that was originally pending here, and I'm glad I did because from that point, it's just done nothing but tear vertical. And then after that trade on the NASDAQ, we had the news big with the war, giant rally just after the close. So that kind of made it difficult to find any trades that met my criteria for the next few days. Then on Friday, I was once again interested in selling copper, but I just wasn't able to get that trade filled. So today I came in with a similar mindset on copper, trying to sell. So this is the area on Friday that I was trying to get short. It didn't quite come high enough. And then today I took 2 losses on some areas I took shorts on. And then this third one got back some of the profit, but because at the end of the day, I just flattened the position and we'll revisit tomorrow. But at this point, basically my premise for the trade is no longer there. So it's unlikely that I'll come in and want to start selling copper again tomorrow. So I view this as a trade situation where I was just wrong. Even though it did pause and reject a little bit here, it's not something that worked out for me. But it did meet all the criteria that I set out for in the morning. So I'm not upset at myself for taking that trade. And it is something that I would say is a very valid loss for the way that I will be trading this. So overall, these are very strange times in the markets. So just want to stay cautious and remember to be patient, because the worst thing I can do here is just try and trade because I'm bored. And I remind myself, even though I just went 5 trading days with not a single trade executed, and then I come back starting with a loss, that's really something that I just want to focus and keep my head clear and remember that I could have more losses after this, and that would be okay. I just don't want to let this snowball into something that brings this P&L all the way back down. So I'm just going to try and be patient and see what tomorrow brings.